Hello YouTube, it's me Delta0125 here again. Thought I'd give a little bit of an update on my GHK AKS 74U that I got from Airsplat. The dry fire tab that you're supposed to pull out kind of snapped on me while I was pulling that out. Also my pin right here, I'm not sure if you can see that, but that little round thing right there is a pin. It's likened to a walkout on the other side here. So, walks out right where my thumb's at right there, the other little knob. And it's actually a little bit of a bitch to get back in there. But other than that, I think I might add possibly some JB weld or something like that to the pin itself. Because the pin does not need to move as it goes through two holes that are one on each side of this mag release tab down in here. Let me see if I can get my flashlight real quick. So as you can see down in there, one second. You can see down in there it's got spring and two little holes it goes through, one on each side of the tab itself, and then through the sides of the the other sides that are attached to the trigger guard, pretty much. So other than that, a little tab piece broke off in the magazine, as you can see. However, this mag, of course, works with the gun because it's the one that came with it, but also the AKM magazine works with the gun, I noticed. So I'm thinking about just keeping this AKS 74U as a project gun, and possibly somewhat transforming my AKM into an AK-74 style with the AK-74 mags and flash hider and maybe even a PSO scope since it's that accurate. But just thinking about putting this mag in the gun, maybe even painting the gun. But this gun's definitely going to be a project gun because it's had those few problems with it. Sorry, messing with my AKM over here. There's a little bit of glare from the sun. So anyways, got the Krinkov sound amplifying flash hider on the end there. And the difference in the two flash hiders is actually quite noticeable. This is the original one that I got with it to cover it up. So they're both about the same length. But for some odd reason, this one actually sounds a little bit louder than this one, but I think that's because the inner barrel on these AKs, or AKS-74Us, extend out. As you can see, it's actually about this far out into the sound amplifier. And I'm thinking about cutting that down where the threads are, and then taking either a Dremel or something like that with like a grinding stone tip, or maybe even a fuck, I forget what they're called, but anyways, basically just crowning the barrel after I cut it down with a pipe cutter or something like that, or even a Dremel or reciprocating saw, just to make it the proper length. And also the 14mm counterclockwise threads are hidden under a 16mm positive, or I believe it's 16mm positive. It's a adapter that goes inside of these, and that was glued on by either Airsplat or the people that imported the gun for Airsplat. So that's also kind of a pet peeve of mine because I can't get to the frickin' 14mm counterclockwise threads. But so I'm just putting the mag back in. As I said before, this is going to be a project gun of mine because of a few problems I noticed, which, like I said, were that mag's tab breaking off, the pin walking out. Oh, the dust cover, believe it or not, I have to hit it to the side to actually snap it back into place. And like I said, the threads that are glued on. Now for the inside of this, I was actually thinking about short stroking this because it's hard to do this with one hand. So if I can just hold it like this. I don't know if you can see that, but this little buffer tube piece in here is just in there to make sure that the bolt carrier group doesn't try to pop out right there and jam your gun. So, as you can see, it cocks back. I don't know if you saw that, but cocks back right about there. So you really only need, sorry, I'm trying to do this one-handed. You only need about that much clearance, really. So if you can get it to where it just goes back to about that far, you know, which means you can see there's plenty of space back here. But I was thinking about adding a, I'll set this down for a second. I was thinking about adding a buffer, not a buffer, but a like a bolt through like a spare one of these, like drilling a hole through it, and then putting a bolt in there or something with a nut on it, and then either like silicone rubber or sorbothane or something like that to absorb the shock from it, and then gluing the bolt into the spare buffer, so I'll keep my original buffer. But that's the way I was thinking about short stroking it, which if you don't know what that is, it's pretty much where this comes back about so far, hits whatever's blocking it, goes back forward, so it's basically faster cycling action. But it's only able to be done on, there we go, only able to be done on gas blowback as far as I know. You might be able to do it to an AEG, but I really doubt it. It'd have to be a blowback type, I'm pretty sure. I know people have short stroked their AEGs, but I'm not totally sure on how it works, because I've gone to gas blowbacks. A lot simpler in my opinion. So turn that off. So, like I said, I'm thinking about short stroking it, and if I do that, I might just run AKM mags in it or something, maybe paint it, and then I'm not sure, I might add a Cobra sight to the side rail here. And if you're wondering what the hell that is, that little tab piece, not sure how well you guys can see that, but there's like a little tab that sticks out right there. That's for the stock when it folds. You actually have to pull that back to unfold the stock again. But anyways, as I was saying, so my plans so far are to cut the barrel down to its proper length, which will be right about where the threads are at the way tip, and then to crown the muzzle so that the air has the proper, in theory it's a, instead of like coming out in a cylinder, it actually expands right where the crown is, or starts to, in theory. So I was wanting to test that out, since this is going to be a project gun anyways. And then the handguards, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. I might keep the wood ones on it, or I might swap it for rails. I'm not sure. I'm thinking instead of doing the tactical type look, I should probably just go with the traditional wood guard, or wood handguards. Same with the pistol grip. I'm not going to swap it out for anything flashy, I don't think. I'm probably just going to keep this one on there. But other than that, I might paint the AKS 74U and then possibly either buy a different one, or, well, I mean another one, or buy an AK 105 or something like that. But for now, I'm pretty happy with it, except for those few problems I mentioned. But yeah, I'm going to cut the barrel down, probably keep the Krinkov style sound amplifier thing on it, and then I'm going to attempt to short stroke it. So it should work short stroked. But if I'm going to do AKM mags, I might as well go with the Pro-Win mags, which are, God, what are the, yeah, they're 64 round magazines, but I have to order them from overseas because nobody carries them in the US that I'm aware of. If anyone knows of a place in the US I can order them from, please leave a comment below or something. Other than that, there's 40 round AKM mags, which I have in my AKM right now. But I'm going to be using AK-74 mags in that, which are 50 rounds. But, yeah, so that's what I'm going to do with this one. The other one, it's actually pretty accurate, so I'm going to slap a PSO scope on it. Like I said, probably an AK-74 flash hider. And then AK-74 mags, just kind of semi-transform it to an AK-74. If you're wondering what the length difference is in these. 1 second. My AKM does not want to cooperate. There we go. So, anyways, the length difference is about, that much. There you go, that's more of a proper look. Let's see. Yeah, it's about even. So, as you can see, the AK-74 is only about as short as where the gas block cuts off in the AKM. So, but too, you can fold the stock on this and make it a lot shorter. But, yeah. Also, these 16mm ones, even with their little adapter piece, which I have right up here on my desk as a matter of fact, but even with their adapter piece, they would not properly fit on the AKM for some odd reason, because the, I don't know if it's improper machining or whatnot, but it wobbles from side to side when you put this or the sound amplifying flash hider onto the AKM. That's a little thread piece I'm talking about. This is not the one from my AKS-74U. Like I said, the one that's on it is glued on there. This is actually one that came in with the sound amplifier that's on it. So, that was pretty cool that it came with one. Although I kind of expected it would since it's for an AEG. But the amplifier, by the way, it only makes it sound about maybe 20 to 30 decibels louder. It's not that noticeable. But, I don't know. It's kind of complicated, but it's not noticeable, but there is a small noticeable distinct increase in sound output through the gas blowback. Now the AEGs I'm not sure of, but the AKs that I have right here, the AKM and the AKS-74U, I tested on both of them with the AKM mag on dry fire mode, and there's not really that much of a distinct noticeable difference from either gun. But the AKM is louder for some odd reason. I'm thinking that's due to the longer barrel. But, and also the AKM for some odd reason is cycling faster than the AK-74U. And I haven't done any upgrades to either gun. Oh, and that's another thing I noticed just now is the AKM has like a bakelite type grip. And the AK-74U just has like a plum type grip. It appears black, but, well, there we go. Now you can see it's kind of an off shade black. But it's basically plum, like a dark purple. It almost appears black in the right light. But it actually is plum. So, yeah. So, I mean, this is plum and this is black, so I don't know how much of a difference you can see there, but it's like a shinier black, sort of, well, on camera. But in first person, it actually is plum. It's not like a light purple or anything, it's actually dark purple compared to the black. So, and the bakelite. Anyways, this is going on about 13 minutes now or so. Guess I'm gonna probably cut this short, but I plan on upgrading the hell out of this one. The AKM for now, I'm just gonna put the PSO scope on the side mount, AK-74 mags, AK-74 flash hider, and just run it like a wannabe AK-74 with the PSO on it. And other than that, I'm going to have my Uzi, which is actually right up here. The room's a little bit cluttered. But anyways, my Uzi's on a 1-point sling, and I've got 3 mags for that. Oh, one other thing I have is an FN57 now. Not sure how well you can see that because it's kind of buried, but yes, I know I have Ritz crackers on my desk. It's kind of cluttered. But anyways, I'm going to go with first-person goggles, which will have a camera like right above the eyes, but like right in between the eyes, so you'll basically be seeing a little bit like maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches above of what I'm actually seeing. So like say if I'm aiming down the sights, you'll probably see something like that, or like that maybe. So if I'm aiming down the sights, it's going to be either, yeah, cock this sideways, it's either going to be like that or like that, something, I don't know, you'll see. But anyways, so I'm probably not going to be able to play until like July or August because of all these upgrades I'm getting, but it's going to be worth it in the end. I recently got my BDUs, my camo and everything together, so yeah, that's what I'm working on. And I'm going to cut this video off. It's going on 15 minutes. It's way too long. So, yeah. and leave your questions, comments, whatever you have for me to answer down below, and I will check on it and get back with you guys. So this has been Delta 0125, signing out.